Oh yeah, 80s. If you made it through the 80s and the 90s and you still here, man, knock on wood, it's a blessing.
Where's the wood at, dog?
You know, it's definitely it's a blessing.
Extra one for me, dog.
It's a blessing.
Hell no, you get your own, homie.
Right there, that's
definitely a blessing.
Well, I said that the other day when Almighty Suspect was here. We're talking about surviving the streets. We said, if we made it to this age, bro, there's no point of going back to do the things we already did. We survived that already. Now the goal is to elevate and help.
Grow up.
What I mean, a lot of people don't make it through those tough times. You know, you've been shot. You know, my life been taken from me a few times, and we here. So it's like, why are we gonna go back to that same element? Yeah. We already survived that shit. Now we gotta help whoever we can help.
That's my thing, to, you know, inspire and uplift others, man, and let them know. Like I said a few minutes ago, I have no regrets in life, but that's definitely a road that I would never go down again, no matter if life got rough or tough on me. You know, I wouldn't. And one thing I teach people, especially our young people, because they say if you express your emotions, then you're weak by expressing yourself. Yeah. I say if you don't express yourself, you allow that to build up, and too much pressure will bust a pipe. You know, and who did you talk to? Because the average person that tells somebody, "Oh, I'm thinking about killing myself," everybody think they crazy. Well, they getting on the phone, they calling all the family members. Oh, this idiot.
Yeah.
They down talking you.
Well, I'm gonna give you a perfect
instead of, you know, embracing you.
Yeah, facts. No mean to cut you off, but there's a perfect example. I saw a video the other day. It was a black man, and he said that he was having all these problems. He listens to everybody's problems, but nobody listens to his problems. And he went to go talk to his mom, and his mom was just like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, she didn't care. And this fool ended up killing his wife, killing his kids, and killing himself. And before he did that, he said, all I wanted was to talk to somebody. My mom thought it was funny. All my friends thought it was funny. But I'm really going through it. And he killed everybody, though.
But the thing is,
on Facebook Live,
a person that everyone can vent to also needs somebody to vent to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
especially when you if the person's hearing all that crazy, you know, conversations, man. Sometimes
I hear them all the time.
You get engulfed, and you do need a vent out if you're that person that everybody hits up. You know, I'm definitely not that person. I'll be honest.
I am right here. I've been had this number 17 years, and
that's great, man.
And this is something I always do, and I'm gonna do it here everywhere I go, interview or speak at. If anybody out there ever feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, or you don't want to express yourself to your family because you don't want nobody to look at you crazy or anything, my personal number that I've been had for 17 years that I walk around with every single day, my number is 310-938-9376. Call me anytime. You're never bugging me. You're never a burden to me. It's all about life, man. Every day above ground is a blessing. And if somebody I get phone calls all the time.
That's cool.
All the time.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's good. Those are good things, man. You know,
that's rare. That's rare within the gang culture. You know, that's rare. So that's great.
Man, now that you said that, it clicked in. You know what? I'm gonna have to give this kid your number because I'm a good person, but I'm not that guy. And I see him all the time and in the gym, and he's always telling me that he's depressed. The other day I was talking to him and I was trying to just put good thoughts in his head.
Yes.
You know, because he said, hey, I'm fearless, and that's what makes me dangerous because, like, I could just kill myself. And I told him, hey, it's okay to be fearless. We need that. Fearless is good if you don't use it in a way where you're harming. You know, I was trying my hardest, but I'm not good with that.
But see, that's good that you're talking to him because he's reaching out. And he got somebody that he can talk to.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you're going through something and you're going through depression, who do you talk to? Who's going to understand you? Who can relate to what you're saying and not going to look down on the person? And that's another reason why, you know, I went back to school to get my master's in psychology because I really do this from the heart, not a pat on the back or none of that. This is something I do, and I want to get that paper behind me so I can have that office, have that therapist office, and really have people, even at the college, you know, they want me to turn in a resume to be a peer specialist for the kids, for the youth at the college. Yeah. Because I see how people act at college. Like, you could kind of like look at a person and tell that they're going through something.
Yeah, for
mood
sure.
swings. You know, you can tell a person can be one way and
the way they are,
change up, and you be like, wait a minute, they're not their self.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, like I noticed this dude, he goes, you know, he does different things at the sink. He sits down on the ledge, then he'll start like nobody else is doing that. So I kind of one day I just said, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? And then from there he was telling me like this, and
see, he could talk to you.
The 3 a.m. call from Lopine and needing to vent.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not the best for that, but I have a good heart. So I see a lot of dudes in there that act hard, they just shine them off. I don't do that because I think that's fake.
And that's good.
And I might not have all the answers, but at least I know the signs, and I could just be like, try to like put the best ideas in his mind. Because at that point, I feel like someone like that needs those ideas to be good and not bad.
I was in Burbank one day at the 7-Eleven. I was getting ready to go to my nephew AD studio.
Saluting face emoji.
I was getting ready to go to the studio, and I got out at the 7-Eleven, and I seen a gentleman out there, man, Caucasian dude standing outside and shit, appear to be homeless, and I was like, hey, how you doing, man? Hope your day is going well. And he just looked at me kind of like stunned that I even said something and acknowledged him. And, went in, got my little stuff, came back out. He was like, excuse me, can I ask you something? I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, ask me whatever you want. He said, why did you speak to me? First, I thought he was, some bull jive, but, looked at it like, I mean, I speak to everybody. Like, that's what's missing in this world.
That interaction.
You can speak to people, and people will look the other way. Yeah. Like, don't talk to me. He was like, I'm really glad you did that, because you know how I was feeling? I was like, well, how you was feeling? I said, man, I was thinking about killing myself. And you speaking to me, man, really changed the thought.
It's because a lot of people are lonely out there, and they just need that interaction, bro, of just feeling like they're part of something, whether it's part of the world or part of society. You know what I mean? Just imagine, bro, you're out there homeless and you got nobody to talk to at all, bro. Shit, it gets crazy being at work sometimes with nobody to talk to. You know what I mean? Now imagine those people that are actually going through it.
Yeah, it's tough.
There's a lot of people going through it, especially young people, man, by being cyberbullied, online, man. We got kids 8 years old, 9 years old, haven't even experienced a smidget of life that's committing suicide. The youngest I've seen was 7 years old, committed suicide.
Shoot, we got him in the chat.